Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome award-winning, multi-platinum country music icon and star of the upcoming Fox series Monarch, Trace Adkins.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The following is an All-Star 15 TV production.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Hello everybody and welcome to All-Star 15 TV. On the broadcast tonight, it is the Extreme Forces Racing League, the start of round number 8, and we are at the Too Tough to Tame Lady in Black Darlington Raceway. But what's going on, everybody? It is the wonderful, wonderful Darlington Raceway. Like I mentioned, there's already a crud ton of stripes along this wall. The race is called the Are We There Yet 100, and we're almost there yet. We're going to take next week off for Memorial Day here in the States, and then get right back to it with, in 2 weeks, it'll be New Hampshire, and the following week, it'll be Chicagoland for the season finale. But while we get ready for the race here tonight with just about a second... Oh, nope, it's over. Practice is over.
And not just in the head.
I am so congested. I'm going to be muting my mic quite a bit tonight. I currently have 101 fever, so yay. But qualifying is just getting started. And nothing was going to keep me away. My wife was like, just have TJ do it. Just have Ryan do it. I go, Ryan's racing. TJ does not have the capability to do what I do. All you do is talk. I go, no, that's
I told you could be Vince McMahon and just be the guy in the headset tonight and I could handle it, but you didn't want to.
Nah, streams are so much better when you have the two of us bouncing off of each other.
Well, you're
right
not
there's
wrong.
the 94 of Dylan Dunford getting the green flag, flying into turn number 1 and 2. TJ, background on that car. I know you went to go look it up. What is Dunford running tonight?
A beautiful, and I'm going to tell you right now, that might be one of my favorite cars of the night. That is
Really?
a beautiful David Pearson, number 21, 1986, I do believe, Buick Grand National lookalike.
That was a mouthful there. As he's gonna take.
Well, it is sponsored by Chattanooga Chew, so I think a mouthful's just fitting.
That's kind of where I was gonna go with that. I'm happy you actually picked up what I was putting down there. His first lap is gonna go at 29:39.
Right now, he's got the pole because he's the only one that's taking a lap. So
well, here comes Kyle
roll with
Lingerfeld
it.
crossing the stripe. 65.
This one's not going to count.
P2.
Got it straight.
Brandon Dunford goes P2 at 29:47. Michael Steele crossing the line on his first lap with a 29:60.
So the guy that led practice was just here to turn laps and make everybody hate him. Landon Lacey. He is manually disconnected. Was just here to turn some laps and have some fun.
Landon is a really cool dude, but I think he's just using this more for a practice session. Used a practice session because if I am correct, he runs a lot of Gen 6 cars. So anytime he can get in the car, I'm guessing he's going to try to.
Do you see the gap between Lingerfeld and Dunford right now?
They have the exact same time.
On mine, I have Dunford with a 392, Lingerfeld with a 393. I don't know if yours breaks it down further and tells you that it's closer than it actually is.
It does not, but looking at Farron Elam as he's getting loose out of 4, that's a throwback to Mr. Ryan Newman. That's a nice looking car.
Is that the one that Newman? Is that the one that Newman barrel rolled down front straightaway at Daytona?
No, this is back when he was running the 12.
That would be the one he not the one he almost died in, AJ.
Well, I thought that's the one you were talking about.
No, Newman had a famous flip where the rear end came in from out from underneath the car.
Oh, as Brady Floyd almost tries to eject himself out of the vehicle. Holy cow.
Yep,
well, that almost happened here once too to Richard Petty. There is video of him flipping down one of the straightaways with his arm hanging out.
So right now, Dylan Dunford leads Kyle Lingerfeld by...
Oh my, Brady Floyd is, definitely still on his roof. Still sitting there.
Yes, he is. And he is, he's smoking pretty good. You know, if you're upside down long enough, video games have taught me the car is going to blow up.
I mean, in all reality, it should, because all the oil should drain out of the motor and it's still running, unless you shut it off. I have seen cars that are flipped over, shut the engine off, roll it back over, give it a second, let the oil get back down into it, fire them up, drive away. Granted, that was a demolition derby and a figure 8 race, but that's not the point.
There's the 55 of Jesse Adams.
Maybe it is, because that's what it could turn into tonight if these guys aren't careful. One thing we have learned from practice is if you don't imagine there is an egg or your child's hand under the accelerator pedal and you have to press it ever so slightly to get back on it, you're going to spin right out and head for that inside wall. It's not good. I predict, as per always, chaos, everybody.
Oh, Jesus.
That is the word of the day.
As qualifying is over, and Dylan Dunford is going to win the pole for the Are We There Yet 100, followed by Kyle Lingerfeld in second. Third, it's going to be Brandon Dunford. Dunford and Dunford are going to start right in front and nose to each other. Brady Floyd going to start fourth. Fifth, it's going to be Brandon Richardson. And let's see who Mick Olofsson has liked the stream. What's going on, Mick? In sixth, it's Michael Steele.
He's currently delivering driver's meeting.
Sixth, it's Michael Steele. Seventh, it's Travis Lepanis. Eighth, it's Jesse Adams. Ninth, it's Austin Green. Matt Morneau in 10th. Farron Elam, 11th. TJ Floyd is going to be in 12th. 13th starting position, it's Paul Irving. What's going on? Dan Sinclair, how are you doing, my friend? What's up? Thanks for liking the stream. What's going on,
Is it fair to say these guys are here, but they're not here? Not one of them qualified, the bums.
I think they wanted to start at the back.
Well, I mean, they all can't start at the. I can tell you the two that are the Rocky Faith Motorsports 30 and 32.
Yeah, well,
And
finishing the running order, 14th Josh Fox, Dean Qualley, and 15th, 16th, it's Matt Cochran, number 3 Alltel car.
yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not 100% sure that might be the one that Ryan Newman barrel rolled down the front straightaway at Daytona. Hopefully he doesn't have the same result.
No kidding.
We'd like him to keep all 4 wheels on the racing surface at any and all moments. I'm giving it to that 21 car. That is my favorite car I've seen tonight. A very close second is our own 32 car. Ryan put a lot of work into that quality care look-alike machine. Mick Olofsson had a really nice. He always runs that X-side scheme, but at least this week it was fitting. The DEI boys are running Kurt Busch schemes. I don't know if you noticed. They've got, I think, a Kurt Busch Toyota. They've got a Kurt Busch Ganassi machine.
Yeah, Stone Cold is getting a workout tonight. Ryan Fry, I don't know how he's doing it behind the race car. He is like the stream.
What one does Josh Fox? Josh Fox, yeah, that was the Ganassi monster. It's like a York Tel. I have no idea what it is. I'm assuming some telephone company in New York.
Probably. Pace car is off. Oh, Michael Kelly likes... Oh, or just subscribed on YouTube. Wow. Everything's coming in tonight.
And there's our green flag, AJ.
Green flag.
Everybody
away.
a little loose.
Holy, spin the tires, Batman. Everybody.
Wasn't quite as bad as Dover where they all wrecked.
No, it was not. But Lingerfeld is going to take over the lead because of everybody spinning those tires. As we go down the backstretch for the first time.
The Dunford and Dunford show is on the hunt already. Dylan kind of puts a fender low. I think he's just going to ride for a minute. The 29 bounces off the wall behind him. Dylan actually blinked out there.
Dude, that's a nice looking car. Throwback to Kevin Harvick.
Yes, it is.
That was always a really nice scheme of his.
My wife called that the Starburst car because that's what it reminded her of, was a Starburst.
You know, I can see that. 100% I can see that. But we have our top 3 pulling away. Lingerfeld, Dunford, and Dunford. Followed by Brady Floyd, Brandon Richardson, and Travis Lapidus running up the top 6.
Some guys stuck out at the back right now trying to get around that. Oh, no. Save it. Fry almost put it to fence already. He gathered her back up. We're still under fire.
Matt Cochran not qualifying, starting back in 16th. We've seen him do this before. And then as the race goes on, be a hard charger. But those were also benefits for a couple cautions.
Trying to look through the field, the temperature here.
Let's bring up the
race temperature right now is 130 degrees. Eesh.
With a track length of 1.31 miles, we're in Burlington, South Carolina. Jesus, it's hot in the stands, and it's even hotter on the racetrack.
130, I mean, you could fry an egg on that racing.
Eggs. Well,
I can't imagine that'd be too good for you right now.
No, probably not. So let's bring up the points as they sit going into tonight's race. 8 drivers, the round of 8. We got Brandon Dunford, Brady Floyd, Josh Fox, and Dylan Dunford. And the people on the out looking in to start the round, Michael Steele, Austin Green, Travis Lapidus, and Matt Cochran.
Matt Cochran, the bubble man. He has made it on the bubble every time.
Yeah, well, we're going to have to wait and find out. See if he will move on. Looking for some close battles. TJ Floyd in the 49 as he gets passed by Farron Elam.
Yeah, he was complaining about the car being ill-handling, and I think he was just letting people go.
I'd like to think everybody is saying the car is ill-handling, because boy, did we see a lot of loose race cars in practice, TJ.
I mean, I'm surprised. So far, everybody's done a really good job. Nobody's crashed. That's good.
Was Dylan Dunford looking to have a run down this front stretch? Let's jump on board with that number 94.
See how close to the fence he can put that thing.
You can see how the car wants to kick out. It's just very simple movements with that wheel to keep it going the way he wants it to.
I mean, if you put it right along the wall, no matter how much she tries to spin, she won't spin to touch the wall.
Oh, he sent it into 3 and 4. Wow. But Lingerfeld with the drive off. To the line. Last laps. Dylan Dunford just a tad faster, as you can see it on the scoring pile.
I mean, these guys aren't, you know, they're not out to a blistering pace, but they're setting a pretty good pace. I mean, the front 5 are under a second of each other, and then it opens up to about a 1.6 gap back to 6.
Yeah, that's
so
being
these
led
guys
by...
are all just kind of hanging with each other and not forcing the issue yet, which is probably the winning strategy in the end.
And this
The 94
small
for the little
second pack,
blink.
TJ, is currently being led by Travis Lepanis, and they got Michael Steele right behind them. And then you have to go back almost another 2.5 seconds to Austin Green, then to Paul Irving, Jesse Adams, and we really get spread out. Matt
And let me
Morneau-
tell you, Paul Irving is putting them up and laying them down. However that statement goes, I don't think I said it right. You get what I'm saying. Dude started 13th, he's currently 9th and looking for more.
Yeah, he is closing in on Austin Green in the 15. That's a really good scheme for Austin Green. It's a nice looking Mountain Dew car.
He was back with TJ Floyd, you know, a handful of laps ago. He was back with those guys, and that's how far he's kind of gone away. So he has got some speed under that thing. We've seen him with epic car control already this season. I expect him eventually to make his way to the front and be a factor in this race.
Oh, absolutely. As Ryan Fry is on the apron, already looking to have a lot of damage on that 32.
Did he wall it?
I don't know. Nothing popped up saying he did. So if
Well,
he
it
hit
looks
anything,
like
he
he
must have
hit
never
something.
went around. But up front, Kyle Lingerfeld, Dylan Dunford, Brandon Dunford, Brandon Richardson, and Brady Floyd rounding out your top 5. TJ, we didn't make picks tonight.
I mean, I picked my favorite paint scheme. Does that count?
Not really, not on the racetrack. But if you had to go back and pick a driver going into qualify or coming out of qualifying, as Floyd kisses the wall there, who would you have snagged?
I think I'd have stuck with my paint scheme pick.
Really? Okay. Honestly,
I mean, he was up at the front. We know Dylan has shined when no one else seems to be able to before, so why not?
you know, I think he's gonna break through tonight. I really do.
He needs a good run. I mean, they all do. All these playoff guys cannot afford a bad run.
No, they cannot. And honestly, I think I don't want to jinx him because, you know, that broadcaster's jinx is a legit thing. But I'm going
You've
to
done
take
it to him before at Dover.
I'm going to take the 5 of Michael Steele.
This feels like a very Michael Steele race. I've had the privilege of racing with him the last couple of weeks, jumpy truck racing Thursday night. And he has some really good car control.
Oh, the 94 in the
trophy
wall
truck?
heading towards turn 1.
Who?
To get ahead of some drivers if he wants to gain ground. Like, he's got to get in front of Josh Fox, which he is.
He's ahead of Matt.
But he needs to get ahead of the people above him. He's in 5th right now at a
Right,
a
he is the
40.03.
transfer.
He's got to stay ahead of Josh Fox, and he's got to try to get ahead of both Dunfords and Brady Floyd.
And Lepanus as well, correct?
Lepanus is behind him.
Oh, so he's kind of already got. I mean,
I'll
not
pull
looking
it
directly
up
at it.
again so our wonderful viewers can see it on their screen. You got Brandon Dunford at a 40.09, Brady Floyd at a 40.08, Josh Fox at a 40.06, and 40.06 for Dylan Dunford. Steele at an 0.3, Green at an 0.2, Lepanus at an 0.1, and a wonderful driver in the number 4, Matt Cochran, at a 4,000 flat.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to make up a few points, not a lot of points.
Oh, he doesn't have to make up a lot, but he needs to be ahead of a couple drivers, and right now he is ahead of Josh Fox. A gap of 7.
Not a whole lot, yeah.
7
Enough
points.
that he would pass him in the points.
At the 38 of Matt Morrell and Daniel Park battling in 3 and 4.
If the race were to end now, I do believe Michael Steele would take over that final transfer spot.
At least heading into New Hampshire next week. Look at the side of that 38 of Morrell. There is a ton of damage there.
Yeah, I
a
went
better
back and
view
looked,
of it.
by the way, on the 32, and it looked like he ricocheted off of the inside and the outside wall.
It looks like the toe is messed up on the 38, DJ. Or is he going to kiss the wall again? They get really close. Uh-oh. Woo! I think he might have heard us talking about him.
Who's that, 38?
Yeah, Matt Morrell.
Yeah, that thing looks hurt, for sure. I think he hit it again or just turned away from it?
They're just turned away from it. But looking at Travis Lepanus sitting in 5th, running about 3/10 slower than the leaders a lap. But he's got Michael Steele right to his back bumper.
Yeah, and you know, I've seen those guys run like
he's
that
in the wall.
multiple times. And don't look now, but look who's caught him and gonna be looking for a way around the bolt quick.
Yeah, I feel like you mentioned him. Paul Irving in the 51 Brandit car.
He is he's gonna be the Brand Bandit by the way he's going tonight. He's gonna steal this thing. Up now, oh God, almost. Well, if he gets by Steele, I think it'll be around 7 spots. Oh, a little kiss there on the wall of that machine.
Everybody saw it at home. The 29 way loose coming out of turn 2. Thought he was going to wreck and go headfirst into that outside wall, but ends up holding on to it.
Michael has communicated back to the 51 that he can have it when he can do it safely.
And that's a smart move by the 5 of Michael Steele. Hey, I'm not faster than you. Let's not deal with any incidents now. Makes perfect sense in my book.
Sounds like there was a momentary issue between the 15 and the 55. They were trying to stay apart from each other and almost had a big moment. No harm, no foul.
Boom. Well, there's the 55. Jesse Adams, and he's got a good second gap to Austin Green.
Well, he was just right with him. The 94 now has slipped back into the clutches of cousin Brandon and Brady now. These guys, AJ, they're not far from a pit stop. I talked to some fellas tonight. They were thinking 35-ish laps, 35-ish laps, and like 30 laps maybe for the finale run. Or some combination of the two. You know, you could go 35, 30, 35, however.
Makes sense, especially with them not running a full fuel capacity in the car.
They
But
were
this
saying
battle is heating
38
up.
lap capacity this evening, but most people would want tires before then.
I think people want tires coming out of turn 2 on the first lap.
I see a driver that might want to just put it out of his misery and park the thing.
Uh-oh. I feel like I know who you're talking about. Is it the 32?
Well, we're gonna find out.
Oop. I just saw that pop up on the screen.
Well, pal, have you had enough yet?
Yeah.
Everybody, we're joined by Ryan Fry, whose car is not looking pretty. He's 7 laps down.
Oh, and you guys gotta show me getting smacked into the barrels. I love it.
I didn't. I clicked off of it before it happened.
Good.
You parking that thing?
I don't know. This place is so frustrating, aggravating. I don't want to be a rolling roadblock to these guys that are in playoff contention. I mean, I got 8 minutes of required and 6 minutes of optional. So.
Ouch.
I don't know what happened, but your partner in crime, I think, did something bad too. So
He was having the same issues I was.
We got a battle for the lead. Lingerfeld and Dunford.
It's just a handful because these cars are so loose the whole run. Or at least for me, they are. I mean, I haven't figured out the tricks of the trade, I guess, yet.
Ooh, Lingerfeld's loose attitude.
the track temp was up to 132.
Yeah. You know, they do run this track at nighttime. Probably wouldn't have been a bad idea.
Probably not. I think damn near everybody in the field would agree with you at this point. We do have a very interesting battle for the lead. You can't really push here.
And they are side by side.
You know, they both kind of want to pit soon.
And Brady Floyd is about a half a second faster a lap.
Yeah, he's just, 2.5 seconds behind him. If Brandon can make this work, my goodness. What a good, what a job right there. How did he make that stick?
Yeah,
the 19 going to take it into one, I think.
Here comes the 20, though.
He's still a second back. He ain't that close.
Oh.
I give these boys all the credit in the world just to be riding side by side for as long as they did, because I got
TJ,
scared
what are you
every
talking
time
about?
somebody got to me.
Well, I guess he's there now. He was still a second.
But he's going to come down pit road.
That's a good time to do that. You think about it. You've caught the leaders. You're probably not going to make much more headway. The 65 saves it. Wow. Well, Fry, you could run 6 more laps and pick up a position if you wanted.
So is the...
Maybe even a few more as Darnell's.
Ryan, you were able to listen to the drivers' meeting. Is pit entry off of into turn 3 like we saw Brady Floyd do it?
I did not hear anything said about the entry.
Okay. Because he came off the racetrack going into turn 3, and that, I would assume, would give up a lot of time.
Well, it's really weird when you're in the race car because you can't see the pit road entrance. If you paid attention to me earlier, I made like 3 laps on the bottom. It's because I missed pit road 3 times. It's a very interesting pit road because you got to really look for the entrance because it comes up on you pretty quickly. So getting off of 3 to get on pit road is probably not a bad idea.
You could ride the inside pit wall if you go slow enough.
Yeah, you might lose a little bit of time, but I feel like you'd be down to pit speed as Austin Green does the exact same thing. Jesse Adams is just stopped on pit road.
I think did he just jump to his pit box?
No, he's in his pit box, but it didn't look like he was fully in his pit box. As pit stops have started, Paul Irving now on pit road, Matt Morale.
Yeah, he's your big mover. I mean, he had got up to 7th there, kind of hit a wall. He's going to fall here, but I think he's one of the cars to beat at the end of the night. Right on that strategy of 35, and probably 30, if I had to guess.
I'd be curious to see what the 20 of Brady Floyd, because he is 2 seconds faster than everybody. That is huge. Like last lap times, I'm going to pull it up on the screen for everybody. Got
Here comes Lepanus.
Brandon Dunford at a 32 flat. Brady Floyd at a 30.52. Lingerfelt as well.
Yeah, but if they come too early.
I really hope that people watching on Facebook do not have subtitles up.
Why? What happened?
Oh boy.
Well, say the driver of the 16 car again.
Travis Lepanus.
Well, yeah, you know how good, and here comes Dumford to pit road.
I've got Dunford exiting. Or are you talking about Brandon?
I might have, the Bass Pro Shop one.
That's Brandon.
It's Brandon. Here comes Josh Fox in the number 90. He's going to take the lead. See if he stays out and gets a lap left. Got about a 5-second gap to Daniel Park. In second, then
Brady
Matt Cotton.
has unlapped himself.
Oh, yes, he has.
He's the first car to do so.
And he's about to pass 1 and 2. P1 for the number 20. And what an aggressive pass getting by the... Shoot, who was that?
59?
Right behind him? Yeah, Bobby Green. Aggressive pass going into turn 1. Holy crud, he has gapped almost 7.5 seconds on Brandon Dunford.
But my question there, AJ, is can Brady go as long as he needs to now to make it?
Well, if he's going to run
mean,
this, you would expect, he came in on lap 32. I would have expected at least 33 or 34, because then you can cut it into thirds. But he's got himself a nice 7-second gap.
Well, what's he going to give up at the end of the run? Will the tires have equaled out, or will these guys be able to run him back down? I don't know.
Well, time will tell, TJ.
I hate waiting on time.
And it looks like the 20 has a little bit of right front damage.
If there's not a car that doesn't have damage, they're not driving at all on this racetrack.
Daniel Park stayed out on the racetrack. Has yet to come to pit road on lap 41.
I don't know how he's doing it.
I say that, and the 19 doesn't have any damage.
I truthfully do not understand how that car is still on the racetrack.
Hey, he's coming up the road.
Fuel cell on that machine must be huge. That is the furthest and way more than what we were anticipating someone being able to go on a fuel.
He dropped to the back at the beginning of the race, and I didn't see an EOL or anything for him, but he dropped all the way to the back.
I think that's going to hurt Daniel Park, by the way. The 09, staying out that late. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes a lap, obviously a lap down, but a lap and a half down.
Well, the interesting thing about it is, AJ, is he almost stretched it far enough where he could, if he could do that again, he could come in for like a splash and go.
Yeah, but with those tires being cooked, I don't know.
But
I don't see a huge advantage on it.
And he's still on pit road.
Yeah, he's not moving at all. There's no tires being changed. Making me wonder if he possibly
He was
sped.
getting damage fix.
Oh, okay. It looked like he had damage to get fixed. As Brady Floyd now has a 4.5 second lead over Brandon Dunford. So that number 19 is slowly tracking Floyd down.
If Brady's offering a driving class, I'd be more than happy to sign up for it because yeah.
Well, if you were to look for such a thing, you'd probably have to go to Four Cloak. Is it media.net? Fourcloak.net, whatever the hell their team sponsor is. That car is putting on a whooping at the moment. This is starting to look like Larson in North Wilkesboro. It is fourcloak.net. Oh, well, I
3 wide
say
out of
that.
turn 2.
I say that, and Brady just smoked the wall. I mean, hard.
Go back and take a look at it coming out of turn 4.
I mean, like,
Or not at turn 4. Oh, in the middle of the turn. Here it is. Oh!
that was
Wow!
a ton of damage.
Oh, and he is significantly slower now.
Well, I mean, he just shortened the wheelbase up a few inches. And he's into it again.
I mean, that's what you get. I mean, that's what happens here. You have to run this on. You have to run the edge around this place, and every once in a while you overstep it.
Jumping on the cockpit of Brady Floyd as he has Dunford right behind him. He's going to let the 90 of Josh Fox by.
I don't anticipate him holding it. I mean, unless he... I know it's for position, but... I think he just... Did he hit it again? I think he hit it again. I can tell you right now, if I'm the 19, I'm not leaving him out there in front of me very long. That Paul Irving is not that far away.
Paul Irving is a man on a mission tonight. Up 10 spots, started 13th in third. Has nobody around him outside of Dylan Dunford about a half a second back. As he's going to get loose out of turn 4.
How is that not a yellow?
I don't know. We're going to take a look at this again. The 19 gets in there. Oh,
Unreal.
after the 20 hits the wall. Wow.
How is that not a yellow? The man is around backward on the racing surface. Oh my. The crazier part is the 19 has got it back around and is still moving. And is still in the top 5.
Take a look at this again, guys.
And this, this goes back to Watkins Glen last week. We said it last week. He had a car flipping through the air in the racing surface. If iRacing's not willing to throw the caution, race control needs. Everybody knows that should have been a caution flag. The two leaders just made contact with each other. One of them spun out, was facing around backward. Somebody throw the yellow.
I agree.
As Clint Boyer would say, put it out!
That was absolutely insane, and that's going to do a lot of damage to the 19 more than anything, because now he's getting passed by, or about to get passed by, the 09.
Yeah, but the 09, I think, is still 2 laps down. So really, this isn't even for a position. And I said this, if I was Brandon, I wouldn't have gave Brady as long as he did.
Look how much damage is on that 19 car.
Honestly, I probably would have put the bumper to the 20 and said, I gotta go, you're holding me up, and scared me. track temp back down to 123 as we get a little bit of cloud cover. If I'm not mistaken, the sim right now has us at about 147 in the afternoon. 1347, right?
Yeah, that's
147 in the afternoon with a track temp of 122. Air temp of 81 degrees.
That is just absolutely tire insane. I mean, I don't think it's going to take Paul Irving. How many laps we got here to go?
And
43?
I'm just putting this out
43.
here. Remember how you said that Brandon needed to move Brady to get him out of the way to get going because you're in my way?
Yeah.
If the 51 gets there, I don't think he's going to waste time.
I doubt it, especially knowing that the 19 had already gone around. I mean, the 51 out here playing spoiler. Really, truly. So far, the 19 really hasn't been hurt too much by that spin. I mean, he lost a couple spots. Still holding on to a 5th place.
Ooh, the 94
As
pops
the
the wall
race-
coming out of turn 2.
As the race progresses, is it going to possibly hurt him more? I'd say obviously yes.
Well, he is
90
about 0.3 of a second to a half a second faster than Brady Floyd. But that last lap, not that much faster. So it's going to
Like I
take
said,
a lot.
I mean, there's still almost 40 to go. I don't think it's going to take Paul Irving that long to get there.
But there is a lot of damage on that number 20. For him even to be putting down competitive lap times is insane. Oh, he's going to hit the wall.
I hope they put a pretty thick piece of wood between the sheet metal and the foam.
As we're looking at just about 40 laps left already.
When this run started, Paul Irving was 9 seconds back of Brady. With everything that's gone on, with Brandon incident, himself walling it, that gap is down to 2.4.
2.4
And did I
and closing.
mention Brady's due for a pit stop in the next 4 laps? Ish.
Unless this time he's going to try to extend it.
You think he goes short, long, long instead of long, long, short?
I think so. I think right here is where he would want to extend it.
I mean, the 51 can see him.
What's up, Fry?
Well, I had this idea, if you look, I could make up about some spots.
Yeah.
I was going to go out on left pit road. Just as I got off the end of pit road, the car went kaboom.
You blew it up?
Oh, it definitely blew up.
The car went kaboom.
We heard that sucker.
Wow. Well, yeah. I mean, you only had to go 7 laps and you could have made a couple spots.
Well, Fry, I do gotta say, I appreciate it running the modified there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Sure.
Something's up with Brady Floyd.
The
Oh, he's
problem,
gonna
I
kill the
think,
wall again.
the problem, I think, AJ, is when they decided to run the modified, they forgot to put the radiator back on.
He's gonna smack the wall in 3 again.
Don't look now, but knocking on your back door is Paul Irving.
There's the branded car right in view.
Ryan Fry, are you prepared to extend a WOE challenge out? We might see the offer need to be made here after this evening. Headed to treacherous New Hampshire. Wouldn't that be a trifecta to say, I didn't just do it, I did it at Darlington, New Hampshire, and where were we last week?
Yeah.
Kentucky?
Whatever the breakdown is, it's a 31-minute repair job.
We were at Kansas last week.
Was it Kansas? Yeah, so he would have done the Kansas, Darlington, New Hampshire trio, potentially, is
Which
what he would be looking to do.
Two of those were some very difficult racetracks.
Well, and think about it. New Hampshire for this league in general is like the Achilles heel when it comes to racetracks.
Yeah, no kidding.
We
But
saw
yeah,
one
I
of
mean-
the
I mean,
craziest races I remember over
The,
there.
the offer stands. It's just wondering if he'll take the challenge or if he'll take the ultimate challenge.
I don't think anybody's either won either of them, right?
Nobody's won any of them.
Everybody's always taken the ultimate challenge and they've failed, but nobody's ever just taken the regular challenge.
I think Will Cloud got really close. If I remember right, Zach got wrecked. Will got real close one time, and I think he ended up getting wrecked. Brady to pit
Oh,
road.
Brady Floyd to pit road.
If I'm not
I think-
mistaken,
Paul was trying to
Will-
follow him. He did follow him.
he did follow him. If I'm not mistaken, Will Cloud almost got wrecked a few times, came back, and ended up finishing second in the race.
He was trying to take your.
But
The 51
Okay.
might have sped.
62nd does not get you paid to the pay window in the ultimate challenge.
Or the challenge. If anybody that doesn't remember, that is the Wrestling Over Everything Challenge. The standard edition would be to just win 3 straight races for a nominal fee of money. The ultimate challenge would be to start at the tail end of the field, absolute dead last, and
Got to race off pit road, boys.
come through the field and win the race for your 3rd straight race for a bit more money, but still not, a huge deal.
Oh
but
man,
a
are
little bit of
they
extra cash
close?
in your pocket. And with the damage on board the 20 and what doesn't look to be a whole lot on the 51, I don't know how long this is going to be, air quote, race.
Well, we're gonna find out. Also, taking account that the 20 might have repaired some of that damage.
I don't think he repaired
Hey, no
enough
way.
in that amount
He-
of time.
He did not have enough time to repair all that damage.
Well, I'm just saying, any little bit helps.
Oh, any little bit helps, but that thing still looks like it's been.
And what do they say? Getting
beat
to somebody's
battered on the
one
left
thing,
side, right
passing
side.
them is another.
Well, yeah, ask Brendan Dunford. I think he could tell you. He got there. He tried to pass him. It was something else.
Oh, the 20 is loose. They got Matt Cochran right in front of them.
Yeah, Matt having one of those sneaky nights of his where he's, he's up to the top 10. Really could use a caution to get some help here.
Oh, look for the run with the 51.
And do we have shades of last week? Do we forget what happened between the 51 and the 20? This is almost like a Ross Chastain, Denny Hamlin moment.
This is like a nail biter right here as Lingerfeld hits pit road.
Kevin Harvick and Chase Elliott, you take your modern rivalry, boys. These guys are about to have at it.
I'll raise your modern rivalry for an EFRL rivalry.
I don't know how long that 51 is going to wait. I know it ain't going to be forever.
Honestly,
Anybody that doesn't remember the blocking last week from the 20 to the 51 was wild, and it resulted in the 51 not exactly being the most appreciative.
Oh, 51 in the wall. Well, if you're not hitting the
Amazing,
wall, you're not trying.
Amazing, he hardly loses any ground.
I think you just stay in it at that point.
Well, that's what the guy did there in the Xfinity qualifying a few weeks back, and he killed the car. Had the pole, but killed the car. 51 with a big run up on the back of the 20.
Look at the damage on that 20.
I think the 51 is in a similar situation to the 19, just waiting for the 20 to make an error with this much pressure on him. But we saw, oh boy. And I think that's all she wrote.
Door, bumper, and clear.
See you, bye. I'm through. Nice knowing you.
And we still
I'm
have
off.
a pit stop to take care of.
I don't think so, AJ.
They last pit on
I-
65. They've been
Yeah.
going around 32-ish, 33.
Yeah, but I was told they could make 38. And we watched the 09 make 42. I think we are done with pit road unless we get one of those referee flags out.
Holding on the defense.
Illegal hands to the face, 51.
The 51 is pulling away.
I mean, Josh Fox, Farrad Elam, Austin Green right now, all praying for a yellow. And don't look now. Do not look. I don't want to jinx it. Yes, I meant go look. The 19 is packed ahead of the 94. He's running 7th at the moment when it cycles out 4th.
He's got some wings on the hood of that car.
I mean, you want to talk about a recovery right now. The move of the race may not be the 51 bumping the 20 to get by. It may be Brandon Dunford spinning, recovering, and still managing a top 4 finish.
Because we're still looking at the 19 on the racetrack.
The craziest part, Brandon Dunford has 1 point-paying driver ahead of him. When you know, literally,
Yeah,
right
that's
down.
Brady Floyd, 2 positions ahead of him.
He has
8.5.
1 point-paying driver ahead of him. And he spun completely around and was backward on the racetrack.
I'm still surprised we didn't get a yellow on that.
I cannot believe. Still bewildered, but it is what it is.
You get a nice drone shot of the drivers. Brandon Dunford, Dylan Dunford, and Brandon Richardson heading down the backstretch.
Whoa, were we here? Is Farron's pitting?
Yep. That would be the last one, I do believe. I think Matt Cochran is staying out as well.
Yeah, Matt Cochran hasn't pit, and when he does, he's going to go multiple laps down.
He too is banking on a yellow right here to try to salvage something. I mean, he really, if he loses a lap, he can't only go back to 12.
He is 4 seconds off the pace. Paul Irving with a 30.64. Matt Cochran with a 34.30. Those Goodyear Eagles have to be screaming.
No doubt.
Ooh, he gets into the fence.
Pronouns, pal, pronouns.
Fence?
No, you said he. We're all not watching the same thing.
Oh, the 4-car.
Thank you.
As we're looking back up towards the lead, Paul Irving pulling away from Brady Floyd real fast. Let's run through the field. Paul Irving is your current leader. Two seconds back, it's Brady Floyd. Kyle Lingerfeld in third. Brandon Dunford in fourth. Fifth, it's Dylan Dunford. Brandon Richardson now in sixth. Seventh, it's Michael Steele. Travis Lepanus in eighth. Matt Cochran in ninth. Josh Fox rounding out the top 10. Looks like Farrad Elam having an issue. This is 3 and 4. And oh God. Gonna lock it down to avoid even more damage, but that car is broken.
Like Matt Hardy broken?
Well, the whole right side is completely caved in, like it got hit with a concerto.
Well, the Newman bar still ain't bent, so we're all right.
Much rather just delete this whole night.
you might, but I don't think Paul Irving would.
As long as AJ doesn't delete his stream, we'll be all right.
Why would I delete my stream?
That was a callback joke, AJ, and it went right over your head.
Oh, that was a butt joke.
Can't make fast jokes like that for AJ tonight. Fans,
Dude.
if you're just joining us, I don't know if they said it earlier, but our man AJ is dealing with a little bit of 102 fever. Muscling it out like he's roughing it out like he's... Good thing he's not in a race car, he would have sweated out.
Yeah, then I'd probably be fine.
Yeah, I started out the show. I made sure everybody knew at home that AJ was good and drugged up to be here this evening. I
Hey.
swear, they're all medicinal.
You know, I thought about that. I was like, if I take a gummy right now...
Probably would have fell asleep.
It's not gonna help you any.
No, darn. Holy cow.
You might have killed you if you're on, like, Dayquil and stuff.
Yeah, if the medicinal stuff starts fighting off infections, then we got problems.
Yeah, hopefully it's just a quick virus. But coming to the line with 16 laps to go, Paul Irving is closing in on winning 2 in a row last week at Kansas. Right now at Darlington. You're watching All-Star 15 TV. I'm AJ Capola. Got TJ Barnier and driver Ryan Fry for the night. Made it about 19 laps, but decided to come broadcast with us.
Well, did he decide or the car?
My problem is I'm in a Ford tonight, and it decided to die at the end of pit road.
Whoa, watch the battle for P2. Brady Floyd just rear-ended the 65. Wow, watch this on your stream, everybody. 65's going to cut to the inside.
We got a yellow!
And Bobby Green. Looks like the caution's out for the 59. Going into turn number 1. Oh, God. The 90 of Josh Fox. Oh, God. Right in front of the leaders. Watch this from the point of view of Paul Irving.
Let me tell you, Matt Cochran is devastated. Although, here's the thing for Matt. You know every one of these guys on the lead lap is going to come in and pit. Matt just pit. He's probably taking at least one wave around.
Watch this. The 90 just full sends it into Bobby Green.
The 90 was reporting that the 59 had braked and did not.
That he braked?
Yeah. That's what the 90 had said. Why did you brake there?
Ryan, were you braking at all?
Yes. When you can't hang it out like everybody else can, you gotta use the brake to kind of keep yourself off the wall. It's just an example of somebody that's upper in the field and somebody lower in the field. No offense to Bobby, but it's just 2 different styles of driving. It just happens.
Looks like Austin Green and Farron Elam both staying out, trapping everybody that was looking for a wave around.
Was that
them.
caution in 1 and 2?
Well,
Yes,
no.
yes, it
Austin
was.
Green and Farron Elam are both a lap down.
Oh, are they?
Austin Green's going to be your lucky dog.
Was that spin in 1 and 2 or 3 and 4?
And 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
1 and 2 is weird. 1 and 2 is weird because the entry to 1, there's it almost feels like a hill you have to go over, and you kind of, if you're not comfortable with it, you feel like you got to ride the brake up over that corner to keep it from sliding up into the wall. That's what the issues I was having. I mean, I'm not a professional, so it just didn't feel comfortable entering 1 on a high rate of speed. Now I've seen everybody else, or the ones at the top, they fly into turn 1. I could not do that. It was upset the car too much for my liking.
I can tell you that just before the 2 made contact, there was almost 30 miles an hour difference in pace.
That's a little too much brake.
fact, I've got it right to when the 90 gets to him. He was even, I think, on the break at that point, was at 134. Bobby Green was down to a 118.
Well, for everybody
40.
watching at home, first caution of the evening comes with 12 laps to go. I feel like this is going to bring up TJ's favorite word.
Chaos!
Cautions breeding cautions. But now that we're under caution, here goes my shameless plug for merch. Want any cool All-Star 15 TV, Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast merch? Well, go check out the links in the description, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook. Click on that Streamlabs merch All-Star 15 link and go check it out. The Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast just dropped a limited time 3rd anniversary t-shirt. All proceeds, whether it's NDNT, All-Star 15 TV, or Hutch Sport Racing, come back to the channel to make better content, to get better audio, equipment, everything right back into the channel. Helps us out, helps me out, and it shows me that you guys actually care.
And if you're friends with him, don't ask for a promo code because he ain't got one for you.
Yeah, I emailed them and they never got back to me on that because I would give them a, like, I would get you guys a code. Dude, I have to pay full prices for my stuff.
So,
Whatever.
can I just mention that while all that craziness did happen, that happened right in front of the leader?
Yes,
Paul Irving almost hit the 59.
TJ, I showed
Can
it.
I mention something else?
What?
The 19's closer.
The 19 is back in the interview window.
And he's got a lot of damage on that number 19.
The 20's behind him. Somebody just came flying up to catch the field. I think that was the 49. There's not a lot of cars still sitting there.
And green flag back in the air. Lingerfeld's going to spin his tires.
Everybody on the top spun their tires. In fact, Brady Floyd's still hitting the wall trying to get the thing to get up to speed. I don't know if anybody's got anything for that 51, but if anybody's got anything, he's been known to linger. Kyle Lingerfeld has his sights set on spoiling the 51's day. Also, there was kind of a crash that didn't result in a caution again. Matt Cochran's rear tires were off the ground. They kind of never really spun, but I mean, they did.
Wow. Look at the damage on the number 4.
If you go back, him, the 38, and I believe the 09 all kind of collided and
Was this
had
on
a really
the restart?
big moment. This was coming out of 2.
Taking a look at it here. Oh, wow. Wow. And Paul Irving is putting down slightly faster laps than Kyle Lingerfeld to hold on to that top spot with under 10 to go.
I mean, I wanted to talk to him regardless of what happened for his finishing position tonight, but I think we're going to get to talk to him anyway. Brandon Dunford, I want to interview that man. If him and Dylan stay where they are, we'll take them both, but I cannot believe that car spun around, was looking north in the southbound lane, and is still in 3rd. And as it stands right now, he's going to come out of this race points leader. Still.
Oh, 100%. Here comes
Yeah.
Lingerfeld with a good run.
The two in front of him are pulling the Eric Jones, Bubba Wallace last year and starting the playoffs, non-playoff winners. In this new round of, well, I guess it's another round of 2 races, but it's a round of 8. 4 will be sent home after New Hampshire next week. Well, not sent home, but sent away from the championship battle.
Yeah, it means they gotta take those nice, cool banners off their car.
Now, see, I think they should have a different banner color for every round, and you leave the banner on that you got eliminated.
Sounds too confusing.
I mean, you wouldn't have to change anything if you get eliminated. You just have to change it if you advance.
Coming to 3 to go.
It's kind of like a dog wearing a cone of shame. You got eliminated here, you get to wear the color.
Lingerfeld has it within a half a second.
I just don't think he's got the forward bite.
I don't think so either.
Oh, and Irving gets loose.
Well, if that keeps happening.
You don't need forward bite when the car in front of you has got sideways pull.
Oh, why you make me laugh? Oh.
I want to hear you cough, sneeze, fart, burp, whatever one we get.
It's like Kevin James in that movie where he does like all 5 at the same time.
Holy
You
shit,
do.
I'm ready to your team.
If you do 3 to 4, we might get you to swear.
By
That'd
the
be
way,
the five fecta.
Lingerfeld's there.
Oh, he always
I
lingered.
I think he's ran out of laps.
Well, we're coming to that. What, TJ?
White flag by wrestling over everything. 1 to go.
Oh, that sounded difficult.
Well, some days breathing is too, but here we are.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
we got loose off of 2 again.
Good thing he doesn't have to touch 2 anymore. Oh, and then coming out of turn 4, Paul Irving is gonna win the Are We There Yet 100 from Darlington Raceway.
Just to update, back in the field, some drama that happened here. The 20 and 29 made contact. The 5 got turned around.
What the heck is going on back here? Let's go back it up even further and take a look at this 20.
I'm not sure. Brady hits the wall. The 29 gets a run. They both end up in the fence. The 29's turned. The 16 and the 5s are getting involved. The 5 ends up around.
We're backing this well up. So we're at 1 and 2. Everything looks good. The 29 showing to the inside.
Poor Michael Peel.
I think you have to keep in mind who the teammate of the 29 is.
The 94 and the 90, the 19.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, the 20.
That sucks for Michael Steele. Wrong place.
I don't even.
Earlier in the race, I think that's what that kind of possibly was.
But I mean, the 20 hit the wall regardless, and then he brought the 29 into it, and the 29 made sure he had a rough day of it.
All right, TJ, ready to talk to our P1 driver?
Yeah, give me some people to talk to. This is wild at the finish. Paul Irvin, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Are you sick of putting a whooping on these guys yet?
Man, I'd be lying if I said I was. I
Well-
wouldn't really consider that a butt whooping. I didn't have it in the first half of the race. Obviously, I was
mean,
running what,
and-
sixth place, like 7,
Well-
8 seconds back.
Can I argue that? Because, man, you came through the field.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. Pit strategy definitely helped there, pitting a couple laps before everybody else. That definitely helped. Brady and Brandon getting together also definitely helped.
Yeah,
So,
we're still not sure how that wasn't a caution.
Hey, it got me the lead.
Congratulations on
eventually.
blowing the
So,
motor.
yes, gotta blow. Hey, gotta blow the motor.
Well,
Destroy all evidence, right?
Yeah, I mean, DW did it.
Yeah.
We have a channel partner, league sponsor partner here that has a message and challenge for you, Ryan Fry.
Congratulations, Paul, on your 2 back-to-back wins. It's only ever occurred 3 other times since we've started this. But next week's New Hampshire, and if you're willing to take the challenge, you have 2 options. You can take the challenge, which is just if you can win 3 in a row, there's a prize. Or you can take the ultimate challenge, and that's when you start dead last, shotgun on the field, and win the race is a bigger prize. The choices is yours and yours alone.
Oh boy, if I remember the next gen race that we ran at New Hampshire, I started back there in the back and managed to finish second. So
Keep
why
it.
not?
We'll give you this piece of advice: the 3 that have done it have also taken the ultimate challenge, and have not succeeded.
Closest, I believe, was a P2.
Which is where I finished. You know, I'll just take the regular challenge. I'm not the best at New Hampshire, so I'm not exactly sure how I managed to finish second there with the next gen on Wednesdays. But yeah, I'm going to need all the help I can get starting up as far as possible. So
Well, you get to
I'll
start
accept your
before you
challenge.
qualify,
All right, we got a challenge
And-
accepted.
you may be the first one to collect Fry's money.
Oh, and I would feel horrible about it.
Oh, we all would. I mean, honestly, I believe Will Cloud one night had it all but locked up. A yellow came out, trouble happened, and Fry got to keep his money, and we were all sad. So
Well,
don't let that happen again.
Yep.
we'll definitely try. I wouldn't mind, alleviating you of a little bit of your money, make you a little bit lighter.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, we look forward to that
Congratulations.
next week then. And,
Yeah, I mean, got all the momentum in the world. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it too.
I mean, if you were in the playoff race right now, man, it would be wild. But here you are just playing spoiler on these guys.
Hey,
And,
man, somebody's got to do it, right?
I dubbed you earlier in the race the Brant Bandit because stealing these races, and we're loving it. Love watching it. So congratulations tonight. This place is too tough to tame, but it certainly seems like you.
Yeah, definitely. I typically don't run too well here, usually about mid-pack. So being able to finally win one, means a lot. I mean, obviously, with it being this the history of this place, being able to win at Darlington is everybody's dream, right? Daytona, Darlington. I mean,
It's
there's
a
few
crown jewel.
There's a crown jewel, and to be able to say I notched one is huge.
If you're running 18 laps here, Thanos can snap his fingers on this place.
That's how I usually feel. Absolutely, that's how I usually feel.
Well, congrats, and we await next week and to see if you can take Fry's money. But we'll let you go for now.
All right, appreciate you guys. Just one last thing before I go. Obviously, shout out to Darnell Racing, the team that's over there. Matt still doing a hell of a job in the playoffs. Kind of sad that I can't be in there too, but didn't join up in time. So to push Matt to try to make it to the next round, it's all I can do out here.
Well, we hope he can get that done. I know he had a little bit rough of a night, but some late race drama hurt him and some others, so maybe it'll help him.
Yep. Appreciate you guys.
Guys.
Appreciate you,
See you
sir.
later, bro.
Hey guys, my damage is fixed. I'm ready to go back out.
God.
All right, let's talk to the P2 driver, Kyle Lingerfeld. TJ, do what you do.
Kyle Lingerfeld, you got a copy.
I got you.
Did you have anything for that man?
Yeah, I think so. I definitely had that. I had a lot for that man had we stayed green, but he held his own there in those final 10 laps. I gave it all I could. I needed him to make a mistake, and neither one of us did, and he got the better half of it.
We were hoping you could get to him and maybe make some late race drama more than we saw from back in the pack, but you were just solid all night. I mean, started second, finished second, had a pretty clean race compared to others around you, like the 20 and the 19. And man, how'd you get it done?
This is just one of my tracks, honestly. We ran here in the truck series a couple weeks ago. I ran second and third, ended up third. And then I ran a couple officials when they were at Darlington, ended up top 3 in all of those. This is just this is a driver's track for sure, and just patience is a real key. With racing on a lot of dirt, the less throttle is usually quicker around here. And that 3 and 4 in that bottom, I saw no one else really utilizing it, but there was a lot of grip down there.
Oh, that might have been needed by a lot of other people because nobody could find grip anywhere.
Yeah, it was tough.
Anybody else got any questions for this man? I mean, he good. He just was good. I don't know what else to say to him.
Thank you.
He just was good.
I mean, like I said it in the broadcast, if you're offering driving classes, I'd be more than happy to sign up for them.
Yeah, no problem. Hit me up. Yeah, no, this is Darlington's a really fun track, and it definitely can create some fun racing. It was fun trying to chase down Paul there at the end. I was hoping he would make a mistake or maybe get a little too high or maybe use up that right front hard those first 5 laps. I get him the last 5, but he ran a really good race as well, very clean, and I just didn't get a chance to get to him. So congrats to Paul. That was a great win.
Congratulations.
Congrats on your second.
All right, Cal, before we let you go, is there any sponsors you want to plug or anything?
Yeah, shout out to DEI and all my teammates for always helping me each and every week. And Boss Security Automation, they're not on this ride, but they do help me elsewhere. So thank you to all of them. And glad to actually be talking to you guys once again. I feel like I'm in the front a lot.
It's been a while.
And something always happens. So
It's been a while.
I can finish
For
out this couple
sure.
of races right here strong.
All
We
right,
hope
brother.
so too. 'Cause you're another one who's out here stealing finishes away from points drivers. We're loving it up in the booth.
Fun.
All right, dude. We'll catch you later, my friend.
Thanks. Take care, guys. Thank you for doing what you do.
All right,
Appreciate
let's
it.
bring in our final driver.
Yeah.
Get
Brandon Dunford, you got a copy?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Dude, I need to ask right now, what were you doing north in the southbound lane around lap 50?
Oh man, I want to give a huge shout out to Brady for racing like a championship driver. Just kudos to him. Just kind of one of those things, man. You go from the fastest car on the track to not the fastest car on the track.
I'm done.
I mean, I don't know how that didn't bring out a caution, because I'm looking at it right now. You are pacing completely 180 backward up against the outside wall, and no yellow was thrown. I'm stunned.
Yeah, it was
I was
kind of
stunned then.
unfortunate. Yeah, it was definitely unfortunate that caution didn't get thrown, especially since I'm backwards in the racing line. But you know what? Man, I've told y'all time and time again, you just can't give up. You got to continue to execute it. And look what I'm doing. I'm sitting up here still talking to y'all.
Third. I don't get how you spun out and you got third.
Well, first of all, I got to give a huge shout out to my teammates with that too. Dylan and Brandon really helping me there to give me a little bit of grace at times when they probably shouldn't have. I still had some
The racetrack.
They either better find some lightning speed or they better knock me out of this track, because I've continued again and again. I'm not going to give up on this. We've made such a push to win this championship, and to fall short of it with something like that, it definitely, would be heartbreaking, but I'm just not going to give up. And so, yeah, they're going to have to do something to figure out how to knock me out of this thing, because it's we said it weeks ago, man. We're coming. We're hungry and we want this thing.
Well, I've got to say, you and the guy that I just pulled in here, Mr. Dillon, you two, I hope we get to see the two of you, no longer be teammates in the final race and get the duel. But the fact that I get to talk to the both of you like this after seeing things like tonight is just wild. Dillon, welcome to the booth. Did you expect to see Brandon backward in this race and still finish from front?
No. Did I expect the person to hit him and turn him? Yeah, but no, I did not expect him to get wrecked. But yeah, that was a hell of a recovery for him. Like I told him, I mean, he got strung out so bad there. I seen him down on the apron after he got wrecked, and I was running like fourth or fifth at the time. So I mean, it worked out that got strung out like that because it could have definitely been a hell of a lot worse than it was.
Well, you two entered as I do believe 1 and 3 in the points. 1 and 4. Oh no, you were tied for third. I'm going to give you third. I do believe you're going to exit 1 and 2 after some really late drama. Got Brady back some. I mean, I don't know what the gap's going to have, but you two are definitely two of the favorites to continue on, and it's just been so much fun watching the Dunford and Dunford experience. And every week it's something different.
They're never easy, that's for sure.
No, I mean this place. I mean Ryan can attest here. The car's 80 laps down. This place was not easy.
Definitely shout out to Paul for being able to tame this beast, because that's what it is here. I wanted to be the guy that he was trying to chase down for the win, to put a strong staple on going into New Hampshire. But we still somewhat put a staple on it to try to, as long as we finish decent at New Hampshire as well, we're gonna go into this Chicagoland and make a run for that title.
Yeah, I mean, literally, they're gonna have to take it from you. That tonight proved it.
To be fair, Brandon and Dylan probably knew how long I was going to run the night before it started. I was in with them for practice, and I was nowhere. Yeah, I was ready there.
Yeah, I ran up on you at one point, and I gave you as much grace as I could, but it was at that point that I was going to start using my bumper strategically.
No,
but do you learn anything from here tonight that you can carry on to next week?
No, yeah, this track is just so different. I mean, we're just like we've talked about it before. We're going to a pretty wide Martinsville next week, so I feel like it's just a total different animal. So what I've learned though from here is that I've given and given grace all season long, and the gloves are off, man. I can say that. That's a cut race, and there is going to be no more grace for the remainder of this.
Not just a cut race, the cut race. And you guys have positioned yourself well. Dylan, I don't care what anybody says, you had the best looking car tonight.
Hey.
I gave you an honorable mention, Fry.
I worked on my car all day. I probably should have practiced all day, but I worked on the paint job all day.
Well, it sure looked good for 20 laps, I'll tell you that.
Sure wasn't going to race good all lap.
Maybe not 20 laps, maybe about 5 or 6.
AJ, I think it's time for you for new meds.
Well, boys, we appreciate you guys, putting on a show for us every week. Dylan, make sure Brandon doesn't go backward next week. Can you talk him out of deciding to do things like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
What do you want Dylan to do? Play buffer and be his back bumper all week next week? I mean,
maybe back bumper, front bumper, something.
Yeah, I don't think these two tracks they're two totally different. This is probably one of the best, and we go to probably one of the worst tracks on the schedule. I mean, New Hampshire just sucks. I mean, I can't stand that track. So I don't know. Hopefully we can pull it off and get a decent run, get in that Final Four.
I vaguely remember you earlier in the year saying there was a track that absolutely sucks, and then I think you went and won the race. So
I don't know.
We'll just see. We'll keep an eye on it.
I feel strongly about New Hampshire and Pocono. I think them two are probably the worst tracks in North America by far. So I don't expect me to win next week is what I'm saying.
Well, we will be anxiously awaiting. It's not even technically next week. We're 2 weeks out. Forgot we got Memorial Day. We gotta have all the nice holidays for. that we remember. But so 2 weeks from now, we will see you guys in New Hampshire.
An extra week of practice.
Yep, and we're gonna be doing every bit of it that we can. You know, we plan on unloading some fast cars at New Hampshire. Even if we don't like the track, we're still gonna try our best to unload some fast cars to just go ahead and lock that spot in.
And that's what we love to hear.
Hey, there you go.
I told you I was going to get the Dunford and Dunfords up here.
Well, we definitely appreciate you guys.
Yep, thank y'all.
See you later, everybody.
Have a good Memorial Day, everybody.
See
Yes,
ya.
sir.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.